Trying to climb ranked, but don't have a full trio to queue with? Here are 4 lineups in Dunk City Dynasty that are actually built to work together and can still function even in solo rank. We've got Lob Threat, Lockdown Defense, Pick and Pop, and Motion Offense. And the best part? Each lineup has a different way of winning. Let's start with the Lob Threat lineup. Blake Griffin, Myles Turner, and Chris Paul. The main scorer here is Griffin. The idea is simple. Turner creates the spacing, Chris Paul controls the game, and Blake Griffin attacks the paint. Turner gives Griffin the room he needs to dominate inside, while Chris Paul acts as your ball handler and defensive anchor. And Chris Paul's buff make Blake Griffin's dunks even more dangerous, especially as the game goes late. There's also some really good synergy here. Turner gets increased shooting accuracy when he has a PF or a power forward for a teammate, which Griffin is. So while Griffin is attacking the paint, Turner is forcing the defense to respect the three. And if they leave Turner open, take the shot. Chris Paul can also contribute offensively while providing the defense and playmaking this lineup needs. The biggest strength of this lineup is that everyone covers for what the others lack. Griffin gives you the inside scoring, Turner gives you spacing and additional rebounding, and Chris Paul gives you playmaking, defense, and buffs. If you want a lineup that can bully teams inside without completely sacrificing spacing, this is your lob threat. Next up, we have lockdown defense. So we are running Jimmy Butler, Myles Turner, and Jaylen Brown. And the goal of this lineup is very simple. Make the other team hate playing offense. His ISO game gives him safe ways to create his own shot while still having the option to pass out when the defense collapses. Jaylen Brown becomes your secondary scorer, and Turner gives you that extra spacing where if the defense commits too hard to Butler or Brown, you punish them with the three. But honestly, the scoring isn't even the scary part. It's the defense. All three of these players can cause problems. Butler has the speed to dash into blocks, good intercept potential, and enough mobility to stay on top of dribbling scorers. Jaylen Brown is also extremely fast defensively, and later in the game, his 360 block can completely shut down certain scoring attempts. And then you have Turner. He's got good block range, a defensive dash, and the ability to quickly recover back to his man. So even when one player gets beaten, someone else can rotate over. This lineup isn't necessarily about scoring 20 points every game, but it's about making sure the opponent can score theirs. If you like defense and want to suffocate the other team, this is the lineup for you. Now let's talk about the pick and pop. This lineup is Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, and Jason Tatum. And this one is much more focused on offense. Murray is your primary scorer. He benefits from having a center or power forward teammate, which gives him an accuracy buff, and that's where Jokic comes in. The entire idea is to constantly force the defense to make a decision. Jokic sets the screen. Murray uses it either to dash outside for the three or attack the lane for an easy finish. But here's the problem for the defense. If they help on Murray, Jokic can pop out for a shot. And if they rotate toward Jokic, you can find Tatum. That's what makes this lineup so annoying to defend. You're not just running one action, you're constantly asking, who are you going to leave open? Jokic also has a pass buff that fits perfectly into this playstyle, and defensively, Tatum can act as your defensive anchor while also providing team buffs through his passives. So if you want something that revolves around screens, spacing, and forcing defensive rotations, this is your pick and pop lineup. And finally, motion offense. This lineup is Tyler Hero, Myles Turner, and Chris Paul. Now, compared to the other lineups, this one gives up a little bit defensively, but you're making up for that with speed. The goal is to keep the defense moving and score before they can get set. Hero is your main scorer, and one of the biggest things Hero needs is a ball handler who can actually get him the ball where he wants it. That's where Chris Paul comes in. Paul can handle the ball, make the long passes, and act as the team's defensive anchor. And Turner gives you the help defense you need. His defensive dash and extended block range allows him to rotate when Chris Paul gets beaten and still recover to his man. But offensively, this is where the lineup gets fun. Chris Paul brings the ball up, Turner can come over and set a quick off ball screen. Hero uses it, and before you know it, Chris Paul can hit him with a long pass for an open three. And this is especially important with Hero because he's incredibly fast with his dashes, but that speed doesn't mean much if your ball handler can't actually get the pass to him. And that's why Chris Paul is such a good fit here. The whole lineup is about keeping the defense constantly moving, through screens, pass, dash, and shoot. And before the defense can recover, you are already doing it again. So those are the four trio lineups you can try in Dunk City Dynasty. We have Lob Threat, lockdown defense, pick and pop, and motion offense. None of these require insanely complicated strategy. The important thing is understanding what each lineup is trying to accomplish. So if you want to climb ranked, um, pick the lineup that matches your playstyle, learn the win condition, and start cooking. If you want more Dunk City Dynasty guides, builds, and lineup ideas, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which lineup are you trying first. I'll see you on the next one.